right, so we've got some exciting news. Thaner is going to be a new Colorado correspondent, which is good news. But he's moving from Indianapolis, a lifelong resident. So we thought it'd be nice to talk about the trepidations, the excitement of moving to a whole new place. So, Thaner, what are your expectations, man? What are you excited about? What are you nervous about going to entirely new city and state?
Well, to be honest, I'm nervous about every aspect of it. Most notably the financials, just because it is expensive, and worse than being expensive, I don't have like a hard number that I need to save up to. It's just have as much money as I can so that it's as comfortable as possible. I got really lucky in this move. One of my best friends who already lives out in Colorado has been trying to get me to move out for years. And we finally got into a place where it's feasible for me. And he is a manager at a restaurant that can just get me right in the door immediately. I don't have to look for a job. I just have one when I get there. Which, you know,
I'm kind of shocked there because I see you got the starter kit. I just assume you're going to brew beer when you're out there because you have the innings.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, that's part of the plan too.
He does look like a brewer, doesn't he?
I think at some point it's going to be required. If that thing continues to grow out, they're going to make you brew beer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that I'm already set to be a hiker. Like I've got half of the equipment already.
I saw his stick. Oh no.
Yeah,
that wasn't a hawking. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay. Do you know what you mean by that? So you haven't even moved there, but you've drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
You're going to become a hiker.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, I got to get healthy, and this seems like a fun way to do it. And it's not something feasible in Indiana. We don't have a whole lot of hiking available.
Oh, you can hike there. It's just very flat.
True.
Flat.
More
bullshit.
More like a walk.
Bullshit. We literally have like 30 feet of upgrade.
Yeah.
At some points.
Yeah.
I think it's actually called walking in Indiana. It's not called hiking. It's called walking.
So yeah, I'm very excited about the hiking. I've even thought about skiing, believe it or not, but yeah,
winter sports.
Exactly.
Winter sports. Shit, you are drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh, absolutely. I've been not planning. I've been thinking about moving for several years now. And like I was saying, it really just feels like the stars have more or less aligned to really make that happen now better than ever in the past. And I am rapidly running out of youth to make stupid decisions in. So now seems like the time to do that.
You never run out of stupid decisions.
No, but they matter more when you're old, and I'm still young. So
you don't run out of stupid decisions, but you do run out of youth. That's a fact. It's just a fact. It's funny because when Bob and I moved here, we drank the Kool-Aid. The first thing we did was buy a kayak because everyone kayaked along Lady Bird Lake or whatever. So we certainly did that. It's just funny how that lifestyle that you perceive these people do, you're already into it, where you'll probably move there and find, there's very few to do it. I think, so you're about to do it. Orion, you've already done it. I've done it where you were in a place for so long and you moved out of your comfort zone. And it's kind of nerve-wracking.
For sure.
I think that there's a statistic like probably 50% of Americans never move beyond 25 miles where they're born. You know.
Sure.
And
no,
so you guys bought into that because I just completely made that up, but it sounds true.
Oh, no, it sounds very true.
That's one of those feel facts that we talk about, or Laura Ingram talks about. So I'm so proud of him. I'm so glad for him. I can't wait to actually see him in Colorado, because
now you have an excuse to visit.
This bastard's gonna put me up for a few days, and So I'm really excited. Colorado's a beautiful place. And I'm glad that he's finally making this move. He's been talking this shit for,
Too
oh my
long.
gosh,
Too
what,
long.
2 years?
Longer than that, man.
Well,
That might have
yeah,
been the
was
first time I
it?
mentioned
Okay.
it to you. I've been
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
it for.
Yeah. So I'm so
Ever since they legalized
so
the
glad.
cannabis, got it.
You know, my mom keeps like, I want to say making that joke. I don't think she's joking. She seems to think that that's.
She is not joking. I know
Yeah.
your mom. She is not.
She.
Wait, you know his mom?
Yeah, weird.
I know it's mom.
She seems to think that that is a big part of my decision to move. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it'll be nice not to be worried about that in a state with, you know, a common sense law. But I could live at this point, I could move to half of the states in the nation, including every single next door neighbor Indiana has, and, you know, also be legal. But Colorado has something beyond that, and I feel like it's almost silly to say that it's the natural beauty in the mountains, but truly, at least for me, having grown up in the Great Plains of Indiana, seeing mountains in the backdrop really just escalates the beauty to a level that I have never experienced before, certainly never lived around.
Yeah.
I don't think people. I think it's so hard to tell people coming from flat country what it's like. I mean, the hills don't even have to be big. So I'm in the beginning of the hill country here in Austin, but there's hills. I mean, my house is over 1,000 feet above sea level. I got to walk down a big hill, you know, from my house. I mean, and it's stupid because everyone's like, yeah, it's a hill. But you don't understand. I mean, I came from the cornfields of northern Indiana, which is even worse than central. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Topography means everything to me.
Yeah, and to have the balls to do what he's gonna do. I know it's hard for some people to, you know, try to venture off and do their own thing and get away from things that they're used to. That's what I applaud. I mean, it's so hard to do that, and I think more people should go out and explore and just say, okay, well, because you don't really know what you like until you see something else, you know?
So before this really solidified into the actual recent decision, I am going to move. The origin of me wanting to really move came from a quote from Mark Twain, which I'm absolutely going to butcher. But the general idea was all of life is a book, and people who've never moved have read but a single page. And I'd like to read more of this book. And, you know, Colorado is still the same chapter, being, you know, still in America, but at least it's another page. I've seen enough of this page over the last 29 years. I'm ready to see something new.
You're 29?
Yeah, it hurts, doesn't it?
Son of a
It hurts, doesn't it?
First of all, I'm almost positive you butchered that quotation, as you said.
I'm 100% positive I did.
But as Stephen Ambrose once said, quotations are someone erroneously repeating someone else's words.
Well, as Nathaniel Staggs just said,
I
it don't fucking matter what you say.
Notice how he butchered the quote too.
And the quote. So whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, I'm actually curious, and I wanted to talk to you about this the other day, but now seems like as good a time as any. You have made a very far move, at least twice that I'm aware of. Do you have any advice for me? Any knowledge you could impart?
I think the
Knowledge.
the hardest part is about making these moves.
Which one is it? Wisdom?
Try to embrace the culture as you're going to do, whether you're hiking or
Brewing or smoking weed or whatever.
You know, try to embrace that culture a bit, but also keep an open mind and keep your roots. I mean, you're always going to be a Hoosier, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. So you
That's
be
true.
who you are. And you're going to the Denver area?
Yeah, just north of.
Yeah, so I'm in the Austin area. So much like Denver, Austin's the same way. You have people here from everywhere because these are the hot cities like Nashville or whatever. These are the hot cities everyone's moving to. So they're coming from all over. By that I mean California. They're coming from all over.
All over, but mostly California.
California. So just be who you are, and they can love it or lump it. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Embrace.
that is
Embrace
true.
your life.
That is true about the Hoosier thing. I've flown all over the states. If I meet a Hoosier in an airport, they're talking to me and they're nice to me. It is what it is. Hoosier mentality, that's a real fucking thing. I know
Hoosier
people,
hospitality, sir. Hoosier hospitality.
well, I say mentality because it's different. People are different. And maybe that's a Midwestern thing. I don't know.
Couldn't say.
But
I'll let you know.
Hoosiers for sure. So
I'm not talking like Iowans, because Iowans are Midwestern, but I mean,
oh, I guess they are too. Yeah.
yeah. Have you ever met a good Iowan? Really? I mean, they still claim they invented the damn pork tenderloin sandwich.
Oh,
that's Indiana.
come on, man.
Are they going to claim the sugar cream pie next?
Come on, man. Are they claiming deep fried butter at the fair?
I have to believe that's just a fair thing, not a Midwest thing.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Fair enough.
The
Fair
Texas State
enough.
Fair is still going on, and we will deep fry anything. We're not-
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Texas will deep fry anything.
We will deep fry anything. We will. Well, I'm excited for you, man. It's just you can't give up when you're lucky in that you're going and there's friends there,
Yeah,
which is great.
absolutely.
But you can't give up on if you don't have this great circle of friends right away.
Yeah.
But you can give it a few years. If it still doesn't happen, well, the people there suck. It's time to go.
Fair. One thing that I think I have a leg up on you guys when you made your moves out of state is that you guys are old and don't play computer games.
Bitch, you're old too. 29.
Whereas a lot of my
What are
friends,
you talking?
we have like game nights where we'll play video games well into the night, and I can do that anywhere, not only in the country but in the world, and I will have this circle of friends I can always retreat to.
So hold on. Your point is because the technology's better for you now, that it makes it easier for you.
Yeah, more or less.
I'd say absolutely it does, 100%.
Yeah, like
Not only what you described, that you have your built-in friends, but let's consider this: even you navigating your new city.
Even us talking on this fucking stupid thing.
which we will still be able to do even with all three of us in separate states.
Except the mountains block all the signals.
Yeah, that's true.
Seriously, just even navigating a city, you have electronic devices to get you around.
Sure.
Whereas,
That definitely makes it
in the
easier.
past, you're rely upon maps, and all that crap.
Mhm.
So definitely big advantage electronically. But that's great that you have those friends.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, like, your point about technology is absolutely true, but the point I was more driving at was that while, yes, I am leaving a lot of my friends behind and I will have to find a whole new friends circle in Denver, at least I have virtual friends that I will be able to fall back on. And I don't want to say it won't be like I've left Indiana, but at least I'm not abandoning them. They will still be in my life and I will be able to talk to them and have that social support, which I think is a lot harder if you don't have friends that are online. Like I imagine.
I can guarantee you
don't.
that it's not having friends around you, a support group around you in a new city is one of the toughest things.
Mm-hmm.
When I made the move to Cleveland, it was kind of easy because Cleveland's Midwest, same kind of people. I don't want to say moving to Austin, you know, Southern people are nice, you know, they're polite, charming. But the fact is, in Austin, you're not meeting a whole lot of natives.
Right.
You're meeting people from everywhere, by which I mean California.
Mhm.
You know,
I've heard
so
I've heard there's a similar kind of thing in Colorado, and certainly from my visits there, this seems to hold true. But I'll update you once I'm living there. It seems that while everyone who's moving to Austin is moving there from California, just about everybody who's moving to Denver is moving there from the Midwest. So, for instance, when I went to visit friends and just randomly talking to people in bars. I want to say there's about a 60 to 70% chance they're from Indiana or a neighboring state.
you see, I haven't met a whole lot of displaced Hoosiers. You meet a lot of Buckeyes, you know, Ohioans. You definitely meet East Coast and West Coast a lot because it's so much cheaper to live here. And then the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers have the biggest fan clubs outside of their cities.
Those are football teams.
Everyone,
okay.
Those are football teams. Everyone moved from those cities.
Is that a real statistic, or is that something just pulled out of your ass?
Definitely both.
Oh.
There are more Browns backers clubs throughout America than any other.
That's true. That is true.
That's true. You can go to any city. There's going to be a Browns backer club in Denver. There's going to be a Steelers club in Denver.
That's definitely true.
Those Rust Belt cities, when they lost all their manufacturing, people moved.
We can go into a whole thing about Steeler bars and shit because it was Dallas and the Steelers back in the day.
So I'm sure nobody moves to Indiana, so we don't really have those here. I've never seen like a bar themed around a sports team that wasn't from Indiana.
Listen, people that disparage Indiana, if you move here, they stay here. And there's a reason for that.
I'm not necessarily disparaging Indiana. I have a lot of friends who absolutely hate Indiana, and they're like, I want to get out of here no matter what. I've never felt that way. I've grown up here. This is my home. Most of my family, other than assholes who moved to Texas, are here. And I don't have a problem with Indiana. I just want to make a move. I don't want to be here my entire life. I'm the kind of person where I just find my rut and stick in it and get comfortable.
As everyone does. That's why people don't move away from where they're born. I mean, you get into your comfort zone. Yeah. You don't want to do it. And by the way, $89 round trip airfare from Austin to Denver. So.
Well.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. Sweet. Everyone gets into their comfort zone, and it's tough to leave that. That's why it's always brave. It's always intimidating to do it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm so proud of him to actually do it. He's been talking about this shit for
too long, and I'm like, just go do it, man. And this is the time to do it, and I'm proud of him. I'm glad that he's going out there, and because it is really tough, man. It no matter what, he has friends online, friends there, and blah blah blah. It's still tough. Mm-hmm. No matter what, it's always going to be tough because you don't know anything when you get there. One of the things that I was saying earlier, like financially, my big concern isn't necessarily like how much money it is. It's that I don't have a specific number. I can Google, here are estimates of how much it's going to cost to move. And like my estimate varies by like $600. That's 50%. That's a 50% variable range, like 1,200 to 1,800. How am I supposed to make a plan around that? Like,
yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
So like, while I am concerned about the financials, it's not so much how big it is, it's that I don't know how big it is. And that is far and away my biggest concern at the moment.
And that's a big thing. I mean,
it is, but do you have your brother's phone number?
I think I even have it memorized, believe it or not.
Should you fall short of funds, do you have your brother's phone number?
Yeah. Wait. Are you saying I should forget your phone number?
Well, if I get a phone call in what a month and a half,
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that $600 it went the other way. I thought it was going to go that way, but it went that.
It's called the fuck you button for a reason.
I just try. I'm trying to plan around the idea that like it's going to be more than the highest estimate, but that's just so frustrating when I also have to worry about a deposit when I get there. Heaven forbid anything goes wrong on the trip out there. Like that is far and away my biggest stressor.
You're driving your car and your possessions in your car out there.
So I have gone back and forth several times since I've committed to this, but right now I've got exactly one possession that I want to hold on to, and that I can't just fit in my car. So everything else I'm trying to just pare down and sell, give away, throw away. And
where's that possession going?
I'm hoping this guy is going to store it, but we'll see what his wife has to say about it.
To his brother's
she's really
house.
the one who calls the shot. Let's be real.
Well, that's definitely true.
Same place you should go if you fall short on funds. His brother's house.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Again, I can literally hit deny on the phone, but I will have his possession.
Just go ahead and block the number. Save yourself the trouble of hitting deny.
Oh yeah. I didn't even think about that.
I think it's exciting. Mazel tov on the decision.
Yeah, I am so proud of him. I'm
sorry you found out through him. I was going to tell you when I called you on your birthday, but you didn't answer or call back. So
I have a busy life, man. I have a busy life. It's my big circle of friends here in Texas that I'm constantly involved with.
Yeah, you're a very popular person.
You're rosebuds.
Popular persons. Yeah. All right, dudes. We can wrap that up a couple minutes before that.
All right, I'm ending it.